So here's where I have the flap so far. I sanded the ribs down so that the leading edge here would match it with the trailing edge of the wing. And then I've added my Robart hinge blocks to glue my Robart hinge points into. I've also added a balsa block. This is for the torque rod. So I'm just about ready to sheet the other side. It ends up being the bottom. But before I do that, I wanted to have a tough trailing edge to try to prevent hanger rash. So I'm going to add some 1/64 birch ply. To do that, I just sanded down, used a long sanding bar, and I sanded down this sharp edge a little bit to about a 1/64 of an inch thick. You see I have roughly, per the plans, if I add 1/64 ply, that's roughly right to the edge where I need. Then I'm just going to use a straight edge to lay across the ply to try to keep it flat. It wants to curve. Now, for the ply joint, I'm going to use thick CA for that. Help toughen up the balsa a little bit, so hopefully it doesn't tear out on me when I sand, because it'll be sanding a very thin edge. The tight bond is fully dry on both pieces. So, iron is hot. I've got it set about, I guess about 80% maybe. I'm going to apply some thick CA along the 1/64 ply. This is after sanding. I sanded the balsa right down to where I could just see the 1/64 ply. I think it worked pretty well. Have a nice, very thin, ding resistant, straight trailing edge. As it turns out, looking at photos of the real aircraft, the trailing edge of the wing, including the ailerons, is not that sharp. It appears to be about 1/2 inch thick. So I guess I could have gotten away with an R-style trailing edge. So this is how I differed building this flap versus the other one. Now what I'll do is I'll go in with the ply and I'll put it on this beveled part of the sheeting. And then after that's in place, I'll come back along with the top sheeting. I'll use a thick CA again for this. See how it kind of gets a little proud here? Well, that's, you sand down, and then that's why I put the thick CA on the ply, so that it gives me a tougher balsa edge, because that will be getting really thin as I sand down to match that ply. Finished sanding. I have almost a perfect fit here. Right along the trailing edge. Might be able to see how sharp that trailing edge is. The aileron is now built. I built it pretty much the same way as the flap. I mentioned earlier in one of the earlier videos about the flaps and the aileron. Since it's a double tapered wing, I would think that the flaps and ailerons would taper as they come out toward the tip. But I think what is happening is the trailing edge of the ribs are just all the same width, or I guess merely height would be a better way to put it. So if they're all the same height coming along to the tip, then the flaps and the ailerons will all be the same size as they are. All right, the left wing aileron and flap is done, so that gives us all the flight controls for the wing. Hinging the flaps and ailerons. This flap has been hinged using the large Robart hinge points, and it fits pretty nicely. And I've also rounded the leading edge. When I do these hinge points, I like to keep the leading edge square. It seems to help a little bit using this Robart hinge drill guide. Unfortunately, I got a little carried away with sanding, and the aileron, I went ahead and sanded the leading edge of the aileron. So it's going to make this a little more difficult for me, because this thing can kind of, rotate around, which makes it a little more difficult. I've marked locations where my hinge point mounting blocks are in the wing. Now let's mark the aileron. And that seems to be pretty much right in line with what I had marked already. Now this Robart hinge drill guide, it's nice, it works well, but it's not perfect. I don't think I have ever been able to get the holes in both the wing and the flight control perfectly lined up. There's always usually some play, and it's usually along the height here of the trailing edge. How I fix that is usually by elongating the holes a little bit. That's already happened here. These smaller hinge points are 1/8 inch. The point is in, but I want the hinge barrel to be right around here. That allows the aileron to rotate, and the sides of the leading edge won't hit against the trailing edge of the wing. So what I have to do is cut a little notch and then take out some of the balsa. Since the barrel is, more rectangular right here, I need to sort of square up the hole a little bit. I got nice easy rotation. I still need to finish shaping this leading edge of the aileron. I think it's going to fit pretty well, actually. See how the fit is with the flap. Note the mistake I made in the flap rotation, because the wing is actually upside down. So I need to work on the other wing half now, and the dog has decided he's going to sit right where I need to stand. You know, dog, if you come over here to bother me, you're doing a pretty good doggone job of it. There you go. Good boy. That's right. Keep moving. Keep moving. The flap is going to be using these larger Robart hinge points, and they're 3/16 inch diameter. The drill guide, though, is just for a 1/8 inch smaller. But what I do to try to help with alignment, go ahead and check my drilled holes and see how things are going to match up. So this side feels really good. This side, this leading edge sits down a little bit. I think I'm going to have to elongate this hole just a little bit. And I'm going to do that now before I enlarge these holes with the big hinge point. And I'm just going to do that by just moving the drill bit and kind of giving upward pressure to it. That feels better. I have the 1/8 inch holes done. So now I just take a 3/16 inch drill bit and enlarge the holes in the wing. Helps with the little rubbery glove to grab hold of the drill bit. I don't want to really do this with a drill. The drill is a little bit too aggressive. A lot of times I'll start the drill bit by actually drilling backwards so it doesn't tear out the balsa so much. So I still need to notch out like I did with the Aileron, but in this case it's going to be better now if I go ahead and round over my leading edges. I have rounded the leading edge, the initial rounding. I may have to, probably will have to fine tune it. But now I can cut in my slots for my hinge points. And since the flaps come down about 60 degrees, I'll need to actually cut out a little bit more along the bottom of it. Here's where I realized the wrong direction of rotation of the flap on the other wing half. You know, dog, sometimes I just don't think. Let me go ahead and get this one in, and I'll go back and I'll fix the other one. Boy, I was feeling pretty good about myself till about 5 minutes ago. All right. So it's going to go this way, so I need to trim out the bottom here. The knuckle sits further down in. I'm going to go ahead and take care of that part. I need for the knuckle to sit right about here, which means the top of the point is going to come out right about here. Let's see if I got enough in. Alright, that's good. You can see that because the balsa doesn't really want to move. So now what I need to do is angle out, or wallow out, I guess, a little bit of an angle here to allow the hinge point to move down. So now you can see I've got the movement. That will probably be pretty close right there. Need to do a little bit of shaping along the bottom here of the flap, but that's pretty good rotation right there. The hinges won't be epoxied into place until after covering in paint. In the next video, among other things, we will add covers for the hinge gap between the control surface and the trailing edge of the wing, and we will fix a banana wing.